Hey there. Happy Friday, everybody. First of all, I hope you can hear me. I'm using a new camera. I think it looks nice, a little bit better than what I had before, which felt like it was pretty blurry, but let me know if there are any issues, please, especially if you're here watching live. So my daughter, I have a 9-year-old little girl, she, for Christmas, got a rock tumbler. I don't know if you've ever had a rock tumbler, but essentially it's a motor and then this canister, and you get a bag full of rocks that are really rough and dusty and the edges are all sharp. And then you get 3 or 4 different bags of grit. And they start with kind of a big, large grit, and then they get smaller and smaller, and the last one is a fine grit. And the way it works is you open up the tumbler, you pour the rocks in, and you start with the roughest, coarse, grit, and you put water in it, and you seal it up, and you put it on the motor, and it just spins, and you spin it, let's say, for 5 days. Hi, Jenny. Can you hear me okay? You're watching live, so it's a new camera, so please let me know if you can hear me just by leaving a quick comment. So it spins, and you just close it up, and you press, 3 days or 4 days, and they give you suggested amounts of time for the, thank you, Jenny. They give suggested amounts of time for each level of grit. So in total, it took, a month. And this thing was in our laundry room, which is where our television is, so we would just hear it spinning. And what was fascinating was at each stage, you open up the rock tumbler and you kind of dump it and you strain it, and you're like, oh my gosh, the rocks that are coming out of phase 1 are definitely different than when they went in. There's all the rough edges are smooth, still kind of dull, but it's definitely been tumbled and ground down and polished up in a way. And then you put the second packet in, and then you wait another 7 days, and it's like in the dark, you don't know what's happening. Open it up, they're even smoother. And after the 4th one, you've got these gorgeous polished stones. I should have them. I should have thought this through. I didn't do very well. But they're just these beautiful polished tiger eye and amethyst and rose quartz, and they're beautiful. So what does this have to do with doing stuff and big ideas and people, and why am I talking about rocks? Yesterday, I had a session with someone, and as you guys may or may not know, I'm opening up these kind of deeper, intensive whiteboard sessions. And yesterday I had a conversation with someone, and I noticed that as she was talking about these ideas that she has, because she's got all kinds of ideas, is that part of what she was trying to figure out that felt a bit overwhelming to her was she wanted to know what things were going to look like in 9 months. She's about to embark on this journey of learning. She signed on for these new courses, and she's really excited. She's like, oh my gosh, I love this stuff, and I just want to immerse myself and learn about all these different things. But on top of that enthusiasm was this desire to know how it was going to all work out. And she wanted to almost plan out, well, what do I do about this, and how is this going to look? And I realized that when you start a rock tumbler, you have no idea what it's going to look like in the end. You've got this dirt and these dusty stones, and you just don't know. You kind of you set it to tumble, and then at each phase you take it out. And by looking at what you're starting with, you can't predict how beautiful it's going to be at the end. And so it's almost like she's at the beginning of her rock tumbler. Like she's going to get started and learn and shape. She has all these little edges are going to be polished out. And at the end, it's going to be unlike anything she can even imagine right now. And so what we talked about was trying to take that pressure off, really bring her back into the present moment and in a place where she can enjoy how all of this evolves over the next few months, rather than get caught up in trying to make decisions now about what she thinks things are going to look like in October, November, because we just don't know. And if you're at a point in your journey, whatever it is that's coming up next for you, just notice if you're trying to make decisions about what may or may not show up at the end of this kind of next phase of things. Ask yourself if the decisions you're trying to figure out, the things you're trying to plan, are they really things you can know right now, or are you trying to know now what it's going to look like at the end? Hi, Lindsay. Oh, I'm so glad to see you here. Yeah, so that's what I've got for you. That's my rock tumbler thought for the day. Please feel free to leave comments in the below, and I'll follow up to any questions that you might have or what insights come up for you. Again, these videos, it is nothing that I say and everything that you hear that's going to matter and is going to stick. So share your insights. Let me know what comes up if other questions come up. And I look forward to connecting again. These whiteboard sessions, I'm getting pretty full up for the month of February, but even in just kind of these limited first-time runs. And so I'll likely be announcing it in the coming days. If you want to know more, feel free to leave a message in the comment and I can ping you directly with the information about it. I might be opening up a waiting list for March. We're going to see. So I'm really excited to have you here and I hope you have a great day. Bye.